Hi guys, welcome back. It's Mrs. Peterson, that lady who teaches art, and today we are working on doubling our portrait of Andy Warhol. We've already done part 1 and 2, so this is part 3 of this video series. So if you missed those two, go back and watch them. But we are working on getting this next box right here that has his hair and the texture of that right here. We talked in the last video that the more you can make it look like it is in the picture, the more realistic it will be, even capturing those imperfections, okay? So if I go up to the box here, I'm actually going to start up in this box because I see a little bit is up here in the corner. So it looks like it's like a little texture like this, and it comes down and crosses the line pretty thick. Will you draw that on yours right now? From there, it's going to come down into this box, and it looks like it's about a third of the way down. If I think about this box as a third, and a third, so I want to bring my drawing down a third. That's a way that I might not have to measure everything. When I get to the eyes, nose, and mouth, I want to make sure I measure all of that, but with the hair, I can be a little bit more flexible and say, okay, as long as I make it about a third, no one's going to think it's not exactly right. Okay, right here at the crosshair, I see some lines up here. Not all of these are as dark. So like this little thing I made right here, I made more dark gray, not so black. Then I'm just going to go and add the textures that I see. The shapes that I see. This one kind of looks like an arrowhead. Just draw what you see. Before I do too much more, I probably want to add that part of his ear right here. And I want to measure where that's at so I don't get confused. So I'm going to go over. I'm twisting my paper all the way around because it's easier for my right hand to have the pencil where I want to draw and my thumbnail on the line. And then I'm going to move to my paper and I'm going to go thumbnail on the line, pencil, and I need to double. So I'm going to move that over. So the ear starts right there. I need to see how high up it comes in that box. Okay, so I need to probably bring this down. Start right there. All right, so from there, that's going to be that little kind of ovalish shape, and then it bumps up and back. Just kind of fades away into there. That's like the inside of the ear. Okay, then we're just going to add the other shapes that we see. It's a big dark chunk in here. If there's any white in there, you're going to want to outline, or even if it's like light gray, outline those shapes so that they don't get lost. And then you can work around them. Here it kind of looks like there's like an X right there.
What? Yeah, I'm done.
Just work on the hair. Just look at the textures of the hair back and forth. Try to get what you see here on your paper. That's the great thing about this. This part doesn't have to be perfect. All right, I want you to come and get like the edge of his ear on, where that's going to go, because we want to get that hair around the outside super dark. And some of those little strands are going to be a little bit lighter. On his ear, you'll notice that the lobe down here is white. So I'm going to maybe kind of just give myself like a gentle shape outline of where that's going to be. And then the rest is going to be shaded in lightly. It's going to be really important to get those skin tones. And then even right here, I see that it's a little bit darker right here than the rest of the ear. That's what makes it look not flat. If you leave it all white, or even if you shade it all, medium gray, it's going to look flat if it's all the same shade. And you can come back with your blending stick in a little bit and add to that. If you're waiting for your classmates to finish up, you can color in this dark right here. If you have to come back and do that later because you're working on something else, that's okay. All right, let's do an easy box. Up here, it's pretty dark on the edge. Most of the lines go at a diagonal. And then I don't see a ton of stuff everywhere up in this corner. Down here, I want to think about it's about a third of the way up in the box again. Some of those lines are coming on. Now, I shaded a whole bunch here where there should be a white. Have your eraser. Go back and get that shape. All right, now we're going to go try to get where his eyebrow is. So, as I said before, when you're doing eyes, nose, mouth, you want to make sure that you're measuring and doubling so that you know it's correct, because that's what's really going to make it look like you or not look like you. So take your thumbnail, measure over from the crosshair right there on the picture to where the eyebrow starts, and then bring that measurement to your drawing, and then you're going to double it. And then I'm going to give myself a measurement for where it ends. I always twist my paper around. It's easier for my right-handedness. Put my thumbnail on the crosshair again and put my pencil where the eyebrow is going to end. And then twist my drawing paper the same way. So my eyebrow ends there. Okay. Now I'm just looking at the shape. Now, I hate to sound sexist, but girls, a lot of times you guys want to draw your eyebrows like perfectly shaped. And some of you do have pretty nicely shaped eyebrows. But the problem is it doesn't look realistic when you give it like that cartoon perfect eyebrow. So draw what you see. He's got like some really weird things happening here, right? There's more under, so make sure your eyebrow is bigger under. But then it's definitely not just like a perfect eyebrow shape. He's got some weird things that we can see, little hairs going in the wrong direction. And that's what really helps it look realistic. I'm just looking back and forth from my drawing to the eyebrow. All right, guys, that's going to be it for part 3 of this video. Join us for part 4 where we finish up Andy Warhol's face. I can't wait to see what you create.